good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and those who and our non-binary pals. We are here with the bronze place match, game 2 of the series between Andy and GFE. I am Mocha Jones 10, joined by James. James, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. We've got 2 of the final 4 here. Andy on the left, GFE on the right. Game 2 of this best of 3 series for 3rd place here in the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament. And our mode tonight, Friendly Neighborhood Bot has selected Inverted Key Humanity. So strap in, we got a couple hours of exploration before we get to the end of this.
Yeah, this has been a surprise, amazing mode for this tournament. I love it. I personally love it. Our runners do get to start out with the flute. Our runners are going to start out in the dark world, which means that there's going to be a whole lot of overall changes that's going to be in this seed. And having starting flute just gives you more mobility. In the dark world, it's already activated, so no having to go over to CAC to activate that flute.
Yeah, it does open up a few extra checks, most notably down in the Misery Mire area, and opens up House of Darkness. But we'll see how our runners choose to route this out here. GFE trying to get this to a game 3. Andy looking to close this one out and get 3rd place tonight.
Yeah, as our runners get set. Yeah, do we chat? I'm seeing that chat wants some chaos in here.
Playing chaos as we start.
We're starting sword.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. That'll allow our runners to survive a little bit easier in some of these more treacherous checks. Looking at the Misery Mire area, gonna try and farm a bomb up here for GFE. Gets the 4-pack.
Very nice. Now the downside. Oh, we have Andy fluted over to the Mire areas. Go ahead and check out what's back here.
Yeah, this has been kind of a standard start. You find the glove in the Mire shed. This has been one of the standard starts a lot of runners have taken in this mode. We've seen people do Mire shed quickly. I've seen people rush the front of Thieves Town. GFE with the sword choosing to for that hype cave. Does get the hype cave, gets a couple small keys, but nothing else in there.
There was a big key as well. I didn't see what the big key was to. Looks like it was desert, or looks like it was desert.
Desert Palace. We got Drossi tracking for us, making sure we know where things at. Down we got that big key for Desert Palace. Is GFE going to continue on to Stumpy? Fresh threads.
Yeah, that's going to really help. Just because in the Dark World, you're still going to be getting hit for Dark World damage.
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. Without a mirror yet, I'm sure you're going to want to death a bit, especially in Thieves Town. Trying to avoid walk back out of that dungeon. Let's make it a little bit slower. GFE going to find up some rupees here at the Ultra game.
Yeah,
5 shots, bunch of cash.
I anticipate both our runners eventually making this play just because it's the best source of money in the early game.
Yeah,
you need a lot of money in the early game.
Yeah, it's a very consistent way to get money. You can just sit here and fire at a specific point. You'll always hit the targets and make the maximum amount of cash. Well, not the maximum. If you want to get tricky with it, you can make a little bit more. We'll see if Andy tries that here just a bit. Here's one of these things you need money for. 80 rupees to play the digging game.
Yeah, we see GFE here using the Geno sprite, one of my favorite sprites here. Getting $20 out of there, probably not going to pick that up. And here's Andy at the arrow game, going for max prize, and he gets it.
Yeah, so if you shoot all 5 arrows and hit targets, you'll get 2 and then or 4 and then 8 and then 16, 32, then 64. But if you do like Andy does and put all the targets, all the arrows in the same target, that last payout's going to be 99 instead of 64. So picking up an extra 65 rupees or so quick is going to be a medallion for this round. I didn't get a chance to see that when Andy was there.
Yeah, GFE is getting ready to get their power glove right here. Trying to figure out what's going to be our play now.
I think all roads are leading to Cat Greco at this point, or Village Outcast at this point. Got a fleet over there. We can do a bunch of checks in Skull Woods. But first, GFE's going to take a look at Catfish. Going to turn this glove into a check right away.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. You have easy access to Catfish area. You have glove to get back there. Just go ahead and do it. Andy doing another one of those checks that requires a whole lot of rupees, just getting a piece of heart.
Yeah, if this Catfish play is something, this might be a check that Andy doesn't get to for quite a while. This is one of those. It is easier to get to in this mode than it would be normally, but it's still very out of the way.
All right, what does Catfish hold for us today? Just $20.
Unfortunately, Andy's gonna head into Thieves Town, do the front 4 checks.
Yeah, I believe Andy is setting up for a death warp, taking all that intentional damage there. Is GFE setting up for a water walk? Nope. Sure. Oh no, we're heading to Pyramid, it looks like. Pyramid to Pod?
Yeah, I think it might have been faster to go to the 5 to do this, but GFE is into that direction. Take a look at it. GFE definitely looking to take a look at these out-of-the-way checks, these one-off locations, hoping something breaks the seat open.
Just want to call out, Andy just got red mail while trying to set up a death warp.
Perfection.
Oh, and there's our Titan's mitts right there on the Pyramid.
Yeah, Titan's mitts are a nice thing to have. Give Dark World access once we have this Moon Pearl, or Light World access once we have this Moon Pearl. They don't actually open up that many checks in Inverted, though.
No, but it does give us better navigation through things. So, for navigation purposes, it is useful. For actually anything else,
Yeah, it does mean we're not going to need to defeat Aghanim to get into the Light World, as often happens in these Inverted seeds. GFE is going to choose all of the overworld locations before coming in with Thieves Town. Andy's doing them after. We get a first bottle.
Yeah, and that had a fairy in it, so I wonder if we'll see any kind of fairy shenanigans in this seed.
Potentially, you can set up a water walk with a fairy. If Andy's very bent on getting an ice palace or something, you could see that happen, but it's a little less useful than would be in a regular seed.
All right, Andy is go ahead and check in the front half of Skull Woods here.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Gonna make the check here in the back, get the item, grab a key, and then make a decision about whether he wants to use this key or not. If we find a cave here, so we'll be able to check Bunker Ledger pretty quickly.
I think he got the fairy out just in time.
Yeah, it does get the fairy. It does get that fairy out. We'll get the death. We'll get a look at the Bunker Ledge. We won't be able to grab it until we get Light World access. But very easy to grab once we do have that. GFE getting that red mail.
GFE in a little bit of a better health position for this death warp, as he had half a heart anyway.
And he's going to drop down. We're going to get a couple mobs and some magic before taking these items here in the front of Skull Woods.
Shit, remember, the key thing with key sanity is we need keys. I just wanted to say keys so many times. And that's a big key to Eternal Rock right there.
Decent chance that one's required. Andy did end up using that small key from the middle of Skull Woods, so we'll need to find a Skull Wood Small at some point to beat this dungeon if it is required.
Yeah, I believe that, well, typically there should be one in here already. Nope. There's not. Andy is going to say quit out. He's not technically stuck, but done all he could in here.
Yeah, I could choose to wait for the Wallmaster, do a death wing to get back to the front, but quicker to just save and quit at your next location.
Yeah, and there goes Andy to the Palace of Darkness area, because we are inverted.
Yeah, and we're going to make a play on Palace of Darkness. There's plenty of cash.
Now, did Andy check Bumper Ledge when he went over there? I did not check.
No, Andy didn't check. I don't think Andy looked at Bumper Ledge. GFE did. I missed what was on it.
Andy's taking our favorite little cheeky extortionist monkey, Kiki, to open that Palace of Darkness.
Old wallet breaker himself.
I do want to note, since we haven't seen any yet, the maps do tell us what the dungeon prize is, whether it will be a crystal or a pendant. We haven't seen any maps that I remember seeing. There's a bow and pod.
That is a very unfortunate location. That is. Oh, there's no sign for GFE to go to pod at this point, but the bow's just sitting right there.
Bow and pod, and we can go Bowlock side now without having to do any kind of mimic clips or anything like that.
Keys yet in pod for itself. Usually like one in Palace of Darkness to let you go for a little bit, but nothing yet. We'll grab this chest and the two on the right hand side. And the Moon Pearl sitting in the basement, locked by one small key, which we have.
Yeah, well, it looks like GFE will have to be funneled here anyway. Which it looks like. Nope. We're getting a mountain play.
Yeah, this is very interesting. GFE's gonna rescue the old man and bunny walk him all the way to his home.
Yeah, out of logic, of course, cause hey, we're in the dark, but hey, we're speedrunners, who cares? Andy finding a fire rod and pod as well. Yeah,
this front of Palace of Darkness is just absolutely stacked. Shovel 2 for good measure. But the nice thing for Andy here is there isn't much he can do with this. It's kind of going to get funneled into checking the pyramid shortly anyway, so he'll get those mitts.
Yeah, it looks like Andy's making the catfish play while GFE is finishing out, going all the way up the mountain to go into Light World, to jump all the way down the mountain to save the old man.
Yeah, this is a very, very slow check. It's playing into how GFE has played this seed so far, kind of doing these out of the way checks. This one is a little strange just because it's not a logic, but like you said, runners don't really care about logic if they can do things. This one is a very aggressive play from GFEC. And it's only 20 rupees as a payoff.
Let's say this has not been a healthy siege so far. All of these not hearts that we've been finding, or not finding rather. It looks like Andy is. Sorry, go ahead.
We do have red mail though, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, it is a very stingy siege in terms of health. Andy, like you said, is heading over to Pyramid, going to get those mitts and have the world opened up to him a bit.
And there's a piece of heart. I believe that makes 3 total for the seed that I've seen.
What's left for GFE here? You can get 1 chest out of Agonon's Tower, and then it's going to be pushed over to the House of Darkness area. I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's where Andy might be funneled here shortly as well.
No, Andy got all those checks and now has access to the light through the portal and Village Outcasts. May also be taking a look at potentially checking out Super Bunny Cave and the checks in Paradox, things like that.
Yeah, probably will check. No, to see what the first check is inside of Aga Tower, because that is potentially an item. And he's going to have a little bit better time because Fire Rod is a thing.
No one wants to see that. You never want to see that.
No, I got time for a coffee break today.
No, not at all.
Will we say that's a it's not French vanilla because it's in the dark world, but it is in like the exact same location it would be if it were in the light world. Chocolate, the chocolate find.
A little Neapolitan action, maybe. Both of us going to head over and take a look at the...
That look like Quake.
Yeah,
yes, Quake.
So both our Mystery Mire entrances look like Quake. Treasure Rock a lot easier to get into, and you don't necessarily going to need to open the entrance soon. But Mystery Mire doesn't change. You're going to need a Quake medallion.
I'm curious if either one of these runners finds a map, if they'll just go ahead and do a map check. Because, again, lack of map.
Probably not this early. Maybe if it's a light dungeon, but I'd be surprised to see it this early. We can't really get into any dungeons anyways right now, so we'll see what happens. Though Andy's going to be able to go into the dark world. GFE is going to bunny walk and... sure where you can get bunny walking in Spider Cave.
Yeah, there's a fall.
Floating island as well, sure. With Red Mail, not a lot of risk of dying heading to these locations. The terminal swanky for Andy.
Dude, that's a piece of heart.
Yeah, this has been rough for GFE, making a lot of low percentage plays early in this game, and one of them paid out in the mids, but Andy just kind of sort of got funneled in that direction anyways, so wasn't able to push that advantage, and now with the new Pearl getting a bunch of checks here in Paradox Cave.
We did find a small key to TR, big key to Skull Woods, which will be useful.
Yeah.
Our first map of the seeds is Thieves Town.
Yeah, the Skullwoods key, big key is one that just another fetch quest, and with both the runners being to the Skullwoods, are too thrilled to see that. Andy does have that fire rod though, so as soon as he gets this key, we're going to finish that dungeon and make that check.
Okay, where is GFE heading?
Oh, he's gonna bunny walk the myths?
That's what it looks like.
Oh my goodness, this just feels bad. It's just so bad for GFE to walk these Smiths all the way over. And yeah, this just is unfortunate.
Yeah, it looks like Andy is about to head into Light World here and go do CAC and have to ride around to it, but also do Lost Woods.
Yep. And GFE cannot bring the Smith into the bomb shop in Inverted, so I'm not able to get that information.
Hey, our first full heart of the seed. And a hook shot.
Yes, that's going to be a nice one.
Yeah, that's another TR small, so we're up to 3 right now. The GFE will get a gander at that race game item, and we are going to leave that behind.
Yeah, don't need that. I'm sure if you can bring Smith into the library. I can. There's just a piece of art there.
We saw a big key to Meyer and small key to GT.
Yeah, hopefully those GT smalls aren't going to be too important. GT big is in the wild in this mode, the key somebody mode in the tournament. So shouldn't have to do any hunting of Ganon's if everything goes well.
Yeah, the only thing that we would need the keys for is to make our climb so much easier.
If you're going to finish this bunny workout.
Another small to Skull Woods.
Yeah, that'll be important for Andy. He'll be able to complete that dungeon now. I'm not sure. I think GFE burned in the key as well, so both runners will be able to complete that dungeon once GFE gets his Moon Purple and Firepot out of Prospectus, that is. Now, GFE, I think, has done everything that he can do.
Yeah, I believe so. And here goes GFE into pod.
Yeah, even worse, the one check that GFE didn't do in the well was that hookshot location. So, it's going to be a while before he gets back to that one.
Yeah, one of the not fun things about bunny walking and super bunnying is the items that you can't use well in that form.
Yep.
Alright, do we have hype or not for this shovel spot? No.
That's not even a Subway sandwich anymore.
You mean I can't get a $5 foot long with that?
No. They don't have those anymore. GFE, you gotta get this bow, and then you can't really blame it, right? Like, who's gonna head over to House of Darkness with one small key and no bow?
Okay, TR and Eastern. TR and Eastern are our 5-6 crystals for today.
So we got plenty of keys for Turtle. We still need that. We got the big one too. So, Ice Rod and a mirror away from being able to beat that dungeon. I
was gonna say that's a scary thought right there. I don't know many people who want to actually do TR this early.
Yeah, no, it's It's a difficult fight for this magic. I'm sure it won't put any problems with either of these runners, but we still have a little ways to go. We still need that sword, right? We still need an ice rod.
Yeah, we're going to need Kane as well, as chat is also reminding us.
Yep. And you're going to head into the escape sequence. Get these 3 chests downstairs.
GFE is setting up for a death warp here, getting that fire rod. Oh, save and quit now.
Yeah, if you find a key on the right-hand side, make a couple checks. So I can understand why GFE chose to set up a death warp, but no reason to stick around. And GFE's going to rush over to Kakariko.
Yeah, probably going to check those things that he missed.
Yeah, going to get this purple chest first, and then clean up Kakariko, hopefully get this hook shot.
Yeah, definitely needs that.
Another skull with small for Andy, lock and castle spooky.
GFE's just turning in purple chests.
Yeah, I feel like this is another one of those edge plays that GFE is choosing to make, try and hopefully find something that was hidden along the way that Andy might have missed.
We had checkerboard. Ooh, Master Sword and Checkerboard Cave. That is a very good find.
Yeah, that is that'll give GFE a lot more combat potential in some of these fights. Not the end all be all at the moment, but definitely a very good one to find for GFE here in Checkerboard Cave.
Andy in that death warp setup. Yes, it was a good death warp setup, but ooh, Red Mail has its disadvantages sometimes.
Yeah, it does take a while. The ball and chain guard deals a quarter heart of damage on red mail. The green guard still is half damage, no matter what mail you have. So it's usually better if you're on red mail to leave that green guard up and use that as your death.
Yeah. Do you want to say we did find the ever elusive Swamp Small in Agina's cave?
That's a good one. Probably need that. It's not super isolated for Andy. Still hasn't made the checkerboard cave check yet, so. No reason to believe that he'll put it off for too long, but we have a small key in this purple chest for Ganon's tower. That's what I'm looking for. Well, it's not what GFE needed out of that one. Maybe a big key, but a small key.
That just means that GFE can go straight up. There's a third sword now.
Yeah, that one didn't launch it because of the fire, so both are runners on Master Sword and Logic. That means that Andy won't be hurt too much by putting off the checks in the desert area anymore. We'll be able to have a little bit of freedom and keep up pace weapon-wise with GFE.
And we have a book. That'll probably take nope. Okay, GFE's gonna keep going to South Shore. I would have thought that book might have led him to Bombo's tablet and Desert area at the same time.
It's a little easier checking it to do any portal shenanigans to get to Bombo's tablet. And having already done Agina and things like that, you're probably going to complete this loop and then go back. Also, there's not a lot to do in Desert right now. No boots, no keys. We do have a big key, so we get a couple checks. You have to look at the torch and we get the map chest and the big chest. We get Eastern Palace big. That's a one-stop trip here for GFE.
And we know that's a 5/6 crystal as well, so could go ahead and knock out a dungeon.
While Andy is going to finish up escape here in the back.
There's another pod small and bombos. We know we don't need that, but that could. Well, we already have access into ice if we need to get in there. But hey, make that closer fight much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. GFE finding out the stun. This is just a rupee.
And we're about to. Go for it.
Here. Yeah, GFE opened that cave. There's 20 rupees every time you go in that one. So look, GFE looking for as well money before finishing this loop out.
Yeah, I wonder if King Zora's on GFE's mod right now.
It fits in with the way he's played this seat so far, making these low percentage checks to try and just case Andy out of this race.
Okay, Andy is heading into Lost Woods, so we have not been here yet. So let's see. First item that's actually in the grove. That's just $20. And Thieves drop down will contain $5. Okay, not a whole lot in Lost Woods today. That could just stay lost for all I care, I guess.
Yeah, and it could be a while before GFE gets over there. So if GFE can find progression and kind of avoid that area, that's a place where he can pick up a little bit of time.
I'm also curious if GFE will take an opportunity to check to see what is on the pedestal. The seat is still so very open.
Just a compass on bumper ledge. About that today.
Surprised Andy isn't going to see what is on the lumberjack tree.
You're gonna have to get back in the light world for that.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh my goodness, his Dark World looks like Light World.
It does. It really does. Andy's gonna finish up Skull Woods here. Do this big chest check.
These big. Oh wow.
That's potentially required. So good find for Andy there.
And it looks like Andy's going to go ahead and finish out this dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big key on the island.
Yeah, GFE does have arrows, and we should be able to potentially set up a fake floor.
But I would say that's probably not a big key worth going on the island for, but we could set up a fake flipper to get right back in the water.
Yeah, very well done by GFE to get back in the water with that install fake flipper. Did get the Ice Palace big, which is basically a fetch quest for these runners, but we'll make routing decisions a little bit easier in Ice Palace.
GFE getting a little bit healthier here, finding some parts there.
Yeah, but it's got to be really hoping for something to break this open that is more than just health or a sword, just a piece on the ledge. And GFE's going to hand over those worldly possessions and see what Zora's going to find.
It's time for Hyrule's favorite game, Scam or No Scam, hosted by King Zora.
Yeah, it's always scam. Is it ever not scam?
I've seen it not scam maybe once.
You know what, Andy with a very good mouthful.
Oh my goodness, it's not scam.
That is definitely not a scam. We're going to need that mirror to get into the swamp no matter what.
GFE's making a play and taking a gamble and paying out with the mirror.
Let's see what GFE does with this. Gonna make these spectacle, or not spectacle, paradox cave checks.
I do want to say that while GFE was getting that mirror, Andy did get a crystal off of Mothula and also getting Ether Medallion in the basement of Skull Woods. But more importantly, we know that Skullwoods is a crystal.
Yeah, GFE should be back there pretty shortly. It does have one small key. I did not pick up the big key. I think that was in Kakariko, if I remember correctly. But now with the mirror, it's going to have a lot easier time putting some of these checks in. Andy about to get Tempered Sword here out of Checkboard Cave.
Alright, GFE getting the checks on the mountain that he missed earlier. So I guess Raw runners are just backtracking over each other. Give Andy and GFE a follow. This is the bronze place match of the ALTTPR main tournament. So they are top 4 in this tournament. Give them a follow. Especially if you enjoy what you are seeing today.
Yeah, both these runners kind of duplicating efforts. It's kind of GFE's got to get back to Kakariko. It's a more matter of when. See what we'll do with this race so far, because we know the hookshot's there. We know Skullwoods Big is there, which leads to Thieves Town Big. So it's really kind of a race to see how quickly GFE can get back over the location. Andy finding red rupees on a bush crab, so getting a way to farm up cash here before Zora.
Yeah, good Nos right. Ooh, GFE making another play going into the back of TR.
We've had a lot of TR small keys so far, so not surprising that GFE is making this play. We got a lot of indications that there might be something in this area.
There's the last small key for TR.
The lava chest and logic from the Eastern map, but GFE does not know that that's a famous crystal. He does.
Yeah, having the map does know that that's crystal. Looks like Thieves Town is also a crystal.
Yep, that is what it showed up as. So we do know we're going to need that Skullwoods big key to get the Thieves Town big key for both winners.
And GFE finding out that Eastern is the other 5-6.
Yeah, won't need to make a stop over at the shop now. Those dungeons via maps.
And there's the restless Andy Zora money.
Yeah, and if he's bothering to farm bushcraft for money, he's definitely going to make a play over to Zora after the rest of these shoot checks.
But GFE doing one of my favorite clips here. Doing this bomb jump over to the big chest in TR. Well, that's one of my favorite bomb jump clips in this game.
Yeah, and he doesn't know yet, but it's in logic because that hook shot. That Thieves Town small. I haven't found a hammer yet, though, so that won't be cool to check.
Yeah, so it's potential that could be Orphan unless it is in the top of no, it could be in its intended spot. Which is in pod. Let it be in pod.
Jones having one me over for the seat.
Ooh, very nice fake flipper there for Andy.
It's four turtle rock smalls, and all it gives you is a compass.
No, just as you said, we were gifted all 4 small keys in this seed. You would think something would be there.
GFE has not gotten anything out of Turtle Rock of the real note yet.
That's a pretty cool item right there, I would say.
It is a pretty cool item. Still missing some way to beat that dungeon, but that is definitely part of the puzzle. And now it looks like GFE is going to head back into the light world through the portal at Village Outcasts.
Yep. Hopefully GFE remembers to go into the back of the well. Andy's getting this Ansela. Nope.
Has plenty of arrows, has plenty of bombs.
There we go.
Gotta try, though.
First try, right? So we always say.
Absolutely.
GFE getting his hook shot finally.
Yeah, that's really good news for GFE. That would have slipped out a little further. And do Eastern Palace or
Andy is about to be rewarded once he goes up to Zora to get that mirror.
So what we have left at this, we've got a couple checks in Desert Palace. We've got all of Eastern Palace open to us. A little bit out of logic because of the lamp yet. One of the checks will not be available in logic, but both of them are going to grab it anyways.
I wonder if one of our runners will actually just go ahead and finish out Desert, because it's a clearable Astros dungeon right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see one clear it out a little bit. Now we got a mirror, it's a lot easier to get to that area. Don't have to save and wait and flute over. You can just flute through that.
Well, book's also the only way we can get there.
Yep.
Is Andy going to ice?
Looks like it.
Andy's getting bombs. Nope. Okay, what is Andy doing?
Under the bridge. I think Andy skipped that location.
Did he? Okay. That makes sense.
Oh no, he's gonna head to Eastern. This is the fastest way to Eastern Palace. Given what it runs right now. No.
Yeah, cause, oh my goodness. They are also our first check of Saha's hut.
Yeah, Eastern Palace area is just really isolated and inverted until you find a hammer.
Yeah, especially not having a hammer. That definitely is really out the way. Green is swamp. Ooh.
Swamp green palette, green pendant. We've got half the things we need for it. Don't have flippers, don't have any.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of checks in there also.
Okay.
But is GFE heading to tablet? Yes. Does that mean that GFE will also head into Desert Palace as well?
Sandy is Eastern Palace. Just a map for Ice Palace on the tablet. And GFE is going to head into the desert while Andy stepping into Eastern.
GFE singing the song of his people right now. As Andy found some flippers.
Kinda not hoping to see those, honestly. I know this is dependent. Andy doesn't have that information yet. Or no, Andy does have that information. It's GFE that does not. So, don't necessarily want to see those flippers.
I'm really wondering what the other two pendants are. Because if they're easily clearable dungeons, we don't want to see that.
For sure. GFE getting powder out of the map chest in desert. Seeing a lamp on the torch. A powder not going to be usable until we have, or for an item checklist not going to be usable until we have a hammer.
Okay, now GFE's got a decision to make. Do we exit out the back and go ahead and beat this dungeon, or do we steal the key?
It's interesting. We don't know what this dungeon is yet, whether it's pendant or crystal. GFE has no pendant information as of yet.
Did we ever see what was on the desert ledge?
We did. It's nothing.
Oh, we're finishing this dungeon. We're going to get some information today.
Yeah, this makes sense. You don't know when that small key is going to show up, and if this is a crystal, you'd much rather have the crystal and get the ring up with those two items in the ring instead.
Alright, GFE taking on Lamos. Got that fire rod out. Can we get... Nope. That is a bad sequence right there.
Put that for good use in the back Eastern Palace. On his way to the boss. If he gets $20 for his trouble, and a pendant. That does not feel good from GFE to see.
So we have two easily clearable pendant dungeons so far.
Well, sorta. We don't have a hammer yet, so we can't beat Swamp.
Yeah, that's true.
Desert Palace isn't in logic without the small key. So this isn't as pedestal dire as it looks yet.
Small key to... Oh, Castle Tower. Or Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, we know that locked... I think that locked a turn rock small, but nothing of any major importance.
Yeah, that's easily worked around. But Andy looking like... Nope. Ooh. Mirror Balkan.
Yeah, it looks like GFE is going to go do some reading.
Okay, Andy getting the old man now as get your pet hypes in chat as GFE is going to go see what is on pedestal today.
Last sword.
Is this even randomized? Is this even randomized today, people?
But better here is GFE is now just going to mirror to Skull Woods.
Dude, we have a poll up. Where is the last pendant? Is it Ice, Pod, or Hera? So get those predictions in. Where do you think that last pendant is? Or Meyer. Meyer's on there too. Gotta scroll for that one.
Meyer. We already found flippers. We got access. We don't have the Quake medallion yet. We may not need it. So I'm sure runners are hoping for like Misery Moon to be the last minute. This is kind of bad for GFE. Doesn't have that Skull with big key yet. Can't get the Theseum big from that chest.
I wonder if Amy will go ahead and do Hera since he's up here. Having that hook shot, go ahead and just Hera pod up there.
Can't do that in this mode. Do need a hammer to get over there.
Oh, yes, that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's there is the worst, kind of the worst location in the game.
The curse of inverted strikes again.
Yeah, normally to get there, you see the mirror, and it's fine, but you have to have a hook shot into it in mode.
Yeah, I got my locations in light roll mixed up. You can get 2 spec rock from here down. I'm thinking it's supposed to going up. That's where my brain was.
You know, GFE did put out a very nice fight against Buffalo. Picks up his first crystal.
Ooh, we get Hookshot Cave now from Andy. So here's 4 checks that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, this could be big. I don't see GFA getting back over here for a while. The area. The first cast of Tower Key. And that's it.
GFE got Steve Sound Big right there in
okay, did have the skull with big, so that's good. That's good news. But, might see GFE go immediately into Thieves Town. First, gonna take a look at Lumberjack Ledge. This check's a little interesting. GFE knows that the lamp is Boots linked. So Agnes first boot is Boots linked, just a piece of there.
And Andy's on Laser Bridge now, getting the 4 small key for this dungeon.
If you're going to do this kind of tour of Hyrule that you end up doing in inverted mode.
One of my favorite things about inverted is how easy it is to get to every location in TR in this mode.
Yeah, it is. Turok is a much nicer dungeon to deal with in inverted mode than it is regularly. If you have a mirror, if the mirror happens to be in Turok, locked behind it, then you're just having a bad time.
Chad is also now speculating where that hammer is right now, because that's a very useful item in this mode.
Yeah, we're going to need it to beat the game. It'll give us a lot cleaner access to several areas. And kind of running out of places could be children's museum, could be in school. About to get this nice rod.
Okay, where is GFE heading? Is GFE heading to front of escape? It looks like it.
Yeah.
GFE will be rewarded with a sword, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I believe that was it.
Yeah, it's just a sword. Getting to the point where Andy's got a lot of poison to pick from. Ice Palace, Swamp, Desert. He's going to have to make a choice to dive into these dungeons sooner than later. Looks like Desert's going to be the choice.
Looks like Hera is a crystal. If I saw that correctly, Hera is a crystal.
Yep, that did look like a so one of the pendant options off the board. You can find out about get this powder, find out about the lamp. And we'll see what Andy does with this decision, whether to make the key and fight the boss.
I wonder if our runners are waiting to go into Thieves Town until they have the hammer, since they already have that Thieves Town small key.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a thought to avoid isolating that check, but you're starting to get to the point where the hammer might be one of the last things we find.
Because by what we have in keys, Thieves Town is speedable, minus getting that big chest.
Yep. We do have both the keys to put blind in the logic. The only thing we would be doing is leaving behind the big chest. We already have misery big for Andy. So honestly, at this point, we may be looking at a pod big and a hammer. And
both our runners doing the same thing, getting that small key in desert, going ahead and beating Lamos. We know from GFE that is a red pendant, our pendant of wisdom.
Yeah. You can find that handy shortly as well. GFE did not take a look at Dark. It's going to miss out on Tempered Sword, which is very unfortunate. Now we know that sword's at.
I wonder if GFE just left it because didn't want to have to deal with those dark runes.
Possibly.
Man, these Lamo patterns today are not fun.
And he does get a double hit though at the end to take out those last two Lamos with a 3-dot shot. And gets that red pendant.
Alright, where does Andy go from here? We see GFE is heading into the Eastern Palace. Go. Andy's checking Bombas. Okay.
Yeah. Bombas was just a map.
Do we see Andy check the first check in Swamp?
I mean, at this point, you get 2 checks in there. It's not that... It's quicker to get in there than it really would be. I wouldn't be surprised to see Andy make those 2 checks right now. GFE about to get his flippers.
And it does look like Andy is indeed going to go ahead and enter into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I like this play. I'm a big fan of making these early swamp dips early, as we say, an hour into the seed. Especially in Kisame, though, it's only 2 checks. You're not going to go very far into the dungeon. You'll know what's going on very quickly.
I mean, technically, this is for an inverted seed very early. Looks like ice is also a crystal.
That means those slippers are technically required. First chest here is just a heart container. One more to go before we get here unlocked. So that leaves Misery Mire and
Pod.
And Palace of Darkness.
Which, my guess is that it's Pod just because of how many items we found, and there's a big key to Pod.
Yeah, that's, well, we're almost all our big keys now. Just need that GT big key, it looks like.
All right, Andy's making the skull or the D sound play.
Given what Andy has left to find in the seed, you're just looking for some and a GT big key. The reasons for putting this off become smaller and smaller as you things to find other than
Yeah, and we need the hammer too. Hammer's a big need right now.
Yeah, Hammer's locking his arrows, he's beating us. This big swoop. I'll just be the pendant. Probably don't want to go back there unless you absolutely have to.
There's
the boots. So that kind of starts to tie this seed together. We know those. We know the lamp is on the torch. Let's open up a couple more checks for Andy. At this point, there's probably enough time to save. Like to go with their.
Okay, Andy is heading to Maiden's chest. And it's a pod small. So
the more of those we find, the more likely it becomes that pod is a crystal.
Yeah, but also that orphans that big chest in there because we need the hammer, and we have no hammer.
Yeah, right now we're getting to a point where hammer might be the go mode, especially on Andy's side. If Mizrameyer is the last pendant, Andy could try and hover to Trinex.
Hover Trinex is something that Chad probably wants to see today.
I'm sure chat would love it, as just fired wood on the line, but Andy picking up crystal number 3.
Just want to say GFE is going to the back of pod. So we're getting some new knowledge here as well.
Yeah, this is going to feel really bad if there's something in that pod big chest. We do find a pod small in pod.
Okay, so we have a key in its dungeon. And he's heading back in the pod.
Yeah, we'll be able to make that big chest check with that with the big key. Another GT small. That's 3 of them now between the 2 runners.
Going to see a bomb, a hammer up here. Oh, so satisfying to see these.
Get that right pixel. Pixel perfect placement to drop the bomb, and pixel perfect placement to get bombed across. Might be a little too far right here.
I think that's fine.
Should be okay. Yeah, it does make it over.
Skullwood small.
That last Skullwood small puts most of them. If that really matters.
Andy not even bothering lighting the torches in the basement. Hammer!
Oh my goodness. That is real bad news for GFE, honestly.
I believe I called Hammer and Pod.
You did, in fact, call Hammer and Pod like 30 minutes ago. Andy's meant to go grab that hammer and be real close. Wrong cane.
Wrong cane game. But if Ooh. Chat bringing up a good point. Kane could be in Thieves Town basement in Thieves Town. Wait.
GFE did the death warp, went to the front, took a look at big key chest. Found was nothing and just reset the game to save that small key.
I didn't see the death warp.
Yeah. GFE going directly to Thieves Town, having everything he needs to clear out this dungeon. So yeah, if you're a GFE fan, you want to see this key in a Samaria, or you want to see the GT big key in the Thieves Town big chest.
Yeah, Andy's heading to the back. Go ahead and beat this dungeon. So we will find out soon if this is indeed a pendant or a crystal.
Yep. But we still don't have all of the small keys to put the hammer into logic, but neither owner is going to look that gift hammer in the mouth.
Okay, Andy navigating the dark right now.
Does have Fire Rod. This isn't so scary. This room without Fire Rod is absolutely miserable.
Alright, it is time to fight King Helmsar.
And he's setting up a spin speed, which kind of extends that hammer hitbox out a little bit up and to the left to make it a little bit easier to get these hammer missing. Gets through the fight, and we'll find out if this is a pendant or if it's misery mode.
Well, there's a small key to GT, and it's the last pendant.
So Samaria is required, and just firewood in the Thieves Town big chest, unfortunately for GFE.
So, if you go with the almost that all the good stuff is in pendant pod, then you are correct with this prediction.
Yeah, we found a fire rod, we found a moon pearl, hammer, just all the goodies.
It looks like Andy's going to be, unless Canis and Maria isn't here, we're going to be seeing a good old-fashioned IPBJ today.
Yeah, and Andy's just going to be clearing dungeons out from here until there are no dungeons to clear out. Oh yeah, there was a bow in Palace of Darkness too. It's just 4 required items in Palace of Darkness. Good times.
Yeah, it was a good show in there.
see what GFE does with this hand. These boots.
I think GFE is going to check all the stuff in the Smith area, so checking Magic Bat, and also we'll do hammer picks while over here.
Yeah, and this feels like it fits in with how GFE has played the seed so far. It's looking to try and get an advantage in some of these little spots.
Andy with a nice hover there.
Yeah, 2 needs a bomb jump. Here's a reminder, small key, not the path GFE is hoping for.
There's that desert small, so that gives Andy 2 more checks.
Lots of places where this Canis of Bria could be.
Did either of our runners check King soon?
No, neither runners have done either of the boots checks. It looks like GFE is on his way to do those now. I think this is going to be the story of the seed for the next 15 minutes or so. Andy's going to do these dungeons that he can do. GFE is going to scour the overworld looking for some advantage. Andy with the hard response jump.
There was also another check. I don't think we checked the vanilla big key spot in pod.
GFE did, and saves scum the key.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why we say scum the key.
Nothing in the overworld for GFE. Neither of those boots checks paying out.
There's another hammer spot that we could check. That's really, really, really out the way.
Spy Cave?
Spy Cave.
Also Mimic Cave. Both those are kind of out of the way at this point. Our hair is open now. Here's a crystal.
GFE getting a blue potion, I believe.
Yeah, one of the nice little things that that shop has had its potion changed from red to blue, just to make it easier to get blue potions without having access to the witch hut easily. GFE is going to head into Ice Palace and pick up this crystal, following Andy's footsteps a little bit.
And Andy using that Bombos medallion to break open Cold Stairs shell. That's really hard to say really quick.
You get hit by one of the icicles and let these puffs split up a bit. Shouldn't be too hard of a fight with Fire Rock. Yeah, cleans it up nicely.
And just a small key to Meyer.
That's the second one we found between our 2 runners.
We still need a Quake.
We do still need a Quake medallion to get in this room. That is required.
We need Quake.
Quake and Samaria. Quake, Samaria, and GT Big Key. I would suspect you're going to take a look at some accounts here pretty soon, even though it is a pendant.
We gotta be heading to Swamp at some point. Looks like Andy is going to head to check the last 2 checks in Desert Palace. But since we did find that Desert Small,
yeah, Andy will be able to clean up these last 2 checks here. Now GFE making his way through Ice Palace.
hey, there's that IPB I was telling y'all about, chat. Okay, GFE did it for you.
Absolutely. Andy is going to take a little bit of time. And since you're already here making these checks, it does make a lot of sense. And we'll save. I think we'll save enough time in this room grabbing it now, along with being able to be more aggressive in Ganon's and the game for itself.
This has turned into a very healthy seed lately.
Yeah, we started at 3 hearts for a long time, and now Andy's at 12. Nothing to note on the right side of those Palestine.
We're about to hit the swamp, ain't we?
I think we're starting to run out of options otherwise. Hammer out, gonna make good use of this portal, so I can't think of anything else in this area.
Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
No, wait, we still need to beat Thieves Town. Or TR. We still need to beat TR.
Yeah, so this will be Swamp. We've gotten 2 items out of here on Andy's side, so 8 more in this dungeon. No big key though, so it's only 7 available.
So does Andy go ahead and completely clear out Swamp and get Green Pendant to add to the item count that is in here?
Oh, I think so. I don't think Andy leaves here without either checking everything or finding Quake at least, or Somaria. And even if it's just one, you may just come back in. GFE has cleaned out his palace on his way to Cold Stare.
Yeah, as Andy is going in, getting deeper into Swamp here, checking the loop here. Chat just reminding us that there is one more check in Castle Tower that we can.
There are a lot of unpleasant checks left in this game for both these runners. Andy gonna do left side.
All right, are we going to see Andy do yes, we're going to see some bomber down action here.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's gonna set up on the pixel here and set a bomb down and use that bomb to clip him into the rail. Just like that.
Bomber down is another one of those very satisfying things to do.
Yeah. And then using that bomb in the switch room, go back in, and it hits the switch for him. So everything's the way it needs to be. They make both these checks up here. Really just very elegant. I'm very glad it is available. That's a couple of energy.
Okay, oh, never mind. GFE faking this out. GFE is going to enter the light world.
Hookshot Cave first.
Key to this dungeon.
Oh, that's definitely what you want to see in left side of Swamp, because the big key to Swamp.
Is this even randomized? Okay, so that means that something has to be in big chest. Never mind, nothing was in big chest.
Something was...
Something of note was not in big chest.
No, that was definitely not of note. And one more time, since it was so good the first time. Gonna do it again. Yeah, just easy does it. Easy as please. There's the GT big key. That's one part of the puzzle. That's the smallest part of the puzzle.
Mimic Cave is nothing. Oh, there's a prediction. What was going to be the next progression item? It was GT Big.
Yeah, we got geometers lots of ways for y'all to interact with the stream.
Andy with the zero cycle here.
Yeah, it's really hard to do on temperate, so it's really impressive. It's just such a clean fate. Yeah, GFE with some fresh checks. That's Silver. Silver's sitting on Ether tablet. Nice to have. Not progression, though.
Free Silvers, though. GFE is going to go ahead and go into Castle Tower and check the second check-in here.
Yeah, nice convenient time to do it. And after this, Andy's going to go read a pedestal.
I believe so.
Probably just blind pull it for stream value and get the gold sword.
Yeah, I believe that's what we're getting ready to see. Oh my goodness, there's a cane!
Oh my goodness, that is real good news for GFE.
That was gross. That's a gross location for that. But so good for GFE.
Andy, being up 1-0, gets to put some stream value in here and just pull the sword out of the pedestal.
Oh, wow. The big key to Hera is in Hera.
Sid is just very, very unkind. Incredibly unkind.
I believe Andy is heading to... Nope, Andy is looking for a ferry? I guess so.
Big cave. So between the two runners, down to Quake.
Quake. Quake. Why Quake?
It's not Spike Cave, just 50 rupees there.
Okay, what is in Hera basement? We have Peace Card, so nothing. GFE gonna Hera pot to the top.
It's very smooth, and Andy's going to get this submitted quickly as well. So, not as hard for Andy to find as GFE fans are hoping.
Did Andy turn in Green Pendant?
No, Andy did not turn Green Pendant yet.
Oh, GFE getting bullied.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Lord Orm strikes again.
Andy's going to take this Samaria. I might just do Trance first. Nope, going to do Hera first.
and he will be rewarded with silvers.
Unfortunately, everything that was out of the way for GFE to find has been just close enough along the route for Andy to pick up as well. GFE does get one taken down, picks up another crystal, and it's going to head back over and take a look at Trinex.
Yep. Trinex could be holding Quake.
If he is, it's not good news for GFE. I'm not sure where Quake can be that is good news for GFE at this point, though.
Yeah, I am not sure. Do want to note that GFE still being on Master Sword, this Trinex fight is going to be a bit trickier.
Yeah, the sword difference is going to show up very hard here. Probably harder than any other place in the game, other than Ganon.
It gets through phase 1/1-2 pretty easily right there.
Yeah, very clean for Master Sword 2 minutes. It's a couple hits on spins. With Red Mail can be pretty aggressive here and getting these hits in with the hammer. Does take care of phase 2. So another crystal for GFE.
And just a piece of heart, we are running out of locations where Quake could be.
Yeah, we got 3 more locations in the front of Turtleneck, and then Pyramid Fairy. And Green Pendant turn-in, all of which are along the way for Andy. It's really hard to see an out for GFE at this point, unfortunately.
So GFE going to the far right lock side of TR, having that hook shot, can do it the quick way. Yeah, and you can see on Andy's side, he's already done with phase one of Trinex, got a 0 cycle there, and already finishing up phase 2.
Yeah, the difference between Master Sword and Gold Sword in the Trinex fight is just so.
Can you say that Andy slashed with that turtle like butter?
You could.
We know that it's not in not in TR.
On Turtle Rock. So we've got Jeffy's gonna go check Spike Cave now. We've got Pyramid Fairy and Green Pendant turn-in. Both of those Andy is gonna have the advantage in. GFE will probably get to Pyramid Fairy turn about the same time as Andy.
The GFE is in the Spike Cave right now. We know that it's not really anything.
Yep.
We can't do Rich because we do not have a mushroom yet. If we find the mushroom on the way, then yeah, it totally could be on the witch.
GFE is going to. It's not the deserts. Does he have the desert small?
I believe so, yeah. GFE's
Okay.
the desert small.
I'm going to pick up a heart container, a piece of heart lamp in here. Andy's got a Mimic Cave to do, I believe.
Yes. So Andy has more options of where he can go than GFE. Just call having that green pendant gives him that check right there.
Yeah, I would expect to see Andy go. Andy has not done boots checks, has he?
No, Andy has not done boost checks. I don't think he's done hammer pegs or magic back either, because Andy went straight into ABCD mode.
That's right. So this is a chance for GFE to pick up a little bit of time.
I think GFE's giving us Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, that's what it looks like right here. Okay, Andy's going to pick up the Smith.
A cool little thing you could do with the big bomb, hook shot and dash.
If you start your dash within a couple frames of finishing your hook shot, the bomb will actually follow you instead of getting dropped.
Alright, what is in Pyramid Fairy today? We have Piece of Heart and Quake!
So that's Misery Miner for GFE. GFE still needs to get the Swamp. There's 2 big keys in there that he needs. What is a pen? Pallister is a pen that doesn't need that, but does need the GT big key.
We need GT big key from Swamp.
Yep. And that key is very deep in Swamp Palace, and GFE may just gamble that it's in GT.
So this is now interesting. We're gonna have to see where GFE goes from here. Once GFE clears out this dungeon, because we know that GT Big is not in here.
Yeah.
Indy is still doing fetch quest. We know that the correct fetch quest is indeed the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, Andy's fairly close to Pyramid Fairy here, so may could just mirror and throw back around and get to it another way. It looks like Andy is going to make his way over to the big bomb.
Yeah, that's definitely what Andy is indeed doing right now, it appears. Yep, there's him going north and going to get that big bump. Nope, we're going to turn in Green Pendant.
Not unreasonable. Not unreasonable enough to do this. You know, it's not going to be anything of importance. Only thing that could be here that's interesting is half magic at this point.
Nice little row clip there from GFE.
Yeah, that clip makes my routing so much cleaner.
Andy's doing boost checks now. Oh, wait.
A little more time back for GFE, but I just can't see when GFE goes to Swamp GT.
Okay, GFE heading to the back. No lamp, so GFE is going to have to do this on memory.
Yep. And 2.5 hearts, I think, still has a fairy and a bomb. Also, blue potion, just picked that up. So, not really at risk of dying, but this is going to be quicker for Andy to do once he gets here.
Yes, I believe so. I believe. No, I'm not going to say it. I think. Oh, Andy is going to check. Let's see what Lumberjack Tree has. We know that it's nothing. I believe it's a piece of heart. But that is something that Andy will get out, like, clear out of his mind.
Meanwhile, GFA does get through those dark rooms pretty cleanly on his way to Vitreous and Silver Rooms. Just a little bit of shooting gallery.
Just like that, Vidi is down with a small key to pod.
I think that finally puts our hammer.
Andy's heading back to pod.
Yeah, Andy has one chest. Yeah, Andy has one chest left here.
Andy is giving Tom back to GFE.
But GFE is going to head directly to Ganon's team here.
I believe GFE is heading the swamp. That's setting up swamp. What looks like right there.
I think he's heading to GT. Both those planes are still here.
No, yep, this is definitely GT.
Yep. Andy getting the last check out of Palace of Darkness. Time for him to figure out what he's got left. Thieves Town big? More time back? But GFE's got a full basement of GT to clear. They're not for this big key.
Okay, we know where the GT big key is. GFE is going in the basement.
Yeah, it's hard to blame GFE for doing this. This is 22 checks versus 9 in Swamp. We know 10 because the big key is in Swamp, but
yeah. Why go through a dungeon that might not have big key where you could be in the dungeon that would have the big key and just finish going up the tower?
Yeah, this makes, from a logic perspective for GFE, if this is the best play he can make. We know it's not right, unfortunately, but this is definitely what you would expect him to do in this position. What does Andy have left to look at here?
Did Andy do Hera Basement?
No, Andy did not do Hera Basement.
Andy's doing Hera Basement, I believe.
Did Andy just pyramid out of his mind because of the medallion for Sherlock is Quake?
I don't know.
Andy is
don't know.
Andy is going to do this basement check.
I mean, I can see what you're saying though with logic, just cause inverted logic is so weird. We can logically do TR without needing that quake.
Yeah, we got the mirror, we got the nits. That's not the issue. It's just with how many races these runners are playing, sometimes you just get a little brain lock here and there. And right now, I think Andy's just brain locked out of his mind. GFE making fairly quick work out of the basement here. Obviously, I said earlier, the only interesting thing we could find here is half magic, a mushroom to lead to half magic. We did find the mushroom, so not a lot to find here in the basement. And let's hear Andy heads next.
Which mushroom is another one off fetch quest. Okay, Andy's got his hammer out. We might finally be hitting the pyramid.
Yeah, I think at this point that's all Andy has left.
Say hi, Bob. Say bye, Bob.
And Andy definitely knows he has the 2 red crystals. He did check Bomb Shop beforehand. This is it's going to put Andy into go mode here shortly.
And GFE going to check.
Going to tile room. Gonna do tile room, unfortunately.
We're getting another coffee break. And at 1 hour 41 minutes, we have Andy in go mode.
Yep. Andy's just got to beat Misery Meyer, come back, and enter Dan's house. GFE is waiting for his house to pick up. The last Misery Meyer small key.
Alright. Other than the fetch quest that we just got, this GFE. Oh, okay, first GFE going. Is GFE gonna run?
Oh, GFE is going to turn this mushroom in.
Yep, getting that one-off check. This mushroom have half magic. Nope.
It has a map.
Okay, I think Andy just set up Ansela for reverse spooky.
Didn't work that time.
Nope.
And GFE is headed to Swamp, so if GFE can avoid going to the left side, just head straight to the back, we shouldn't have a huge gap in time between these two runners. There will be a gap. Andy will have a bit of a lead. Andy does have a big advantage in having Gold Sword as opposed to Master Sword of GFE.
And Andy's about to pick up his 7th crystal. So now Andy's got to climb and has a wizard to beat and also a pig to skewer.
He's going to be starting his climb very shortly to GFE. If he makes the call to go directly to the back, he's only a couple of rooms away from that GT big key. But he is 2 swords down.
Alright, Andy at 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 7 seconds getting ready to enter or activating the crystals to get into GT.
And GFE is going to go to the left side, so it's going to add another couple minutes before it gets that big key. Hard to blame him.
Andy is starting his climb. Having silvers makes those first 2 rooms pretty good. GFE with the swag, with the diver down there. Andy in the gauntlet. GFE is about to get that swamp big. Alright, land mode 2. Silver arrows directly into all 3 of those land modes, and we have Andy continuing the climb. Ganon's Tower coming to the most satisfying rooms of these game. The Wiz Robes rooms, just put that Mario block down, activate it, and see them all disappear all at once.
Is that big key for GFE?
Yep, that's big key for GFE. GFE 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 35 seconds getting into go mode.
Yeah, Andy already up to 2.
Torches 2. Having all the keys here can just keep going up.
Don't have to stop for anything. Check the chests. We get a full magic refill.
I foresee an Andy hover unless Mordorm is just going to be mean.
Oh. Give it another try right here. Gets it done
First
on
try.
the second try. It's done on the first try. fun after effects of.
Alright, and we have an AGA 2 fight. Got our little AGA quiz here. Almost a triple for Andy on that first shot.
Yeah, it's a very good lineup. Just didn't quite get the triple. Still on the double here, so 2 and 2. See if it gets a triple double. Good lineup for it. Yeah, nicely done.
Very nice triple double there. So 1 hour 49 minutes and some change. We're gonna have Andy dropping into Ganon.
Gold sword should be a very easy fight for Andy. The silver ones. Even I can win gold sword.
That's a very nice positioning there for those dashes for Andy.
Yeah, real good knowledge of this fight. Do dashes across Ganon versus having to do the little short poke dashes, 1-on-1 very quickly, very simply.
Already in the phase 3.5. Oh, Ganon is not warping very much today, and watch him warp a whole bunch now.
You just had to say something.
It's
only 2.
Still not that bad.
Only 2, that's fine. Double? Does get the triple. Very nice done. Get your GGs ready in chat. As we have our 3rd place winner, like the past Randomizer tournament, GGs to our winner today, Andy, with an official time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 1 second. While GFE through the first torches room, starting his climb up. Let's see if Andy wants to join us here in a minute or two. And we are joined by our winner today and 3rd place overall. Andy, congratulations, GG.
Thank you, GG.
To quote you, paraphrase you from the race room, throw this seed in the trash.
Yup. It was just so awkward, the route. Like, at every point. God. It was, getting the early pearl and mitts felt pretty good. I think in every one of my inverted keys, I had, like, a super loaded dark East Death Mountain and Light East Death Mountain, so I just beelined it there to get basically nothing. And then that just led to like a bunch of super awkward decisions after that.
Yeah, the front of pot being so loaded in the seed, and then you still had to go back and get the hammer too. Just really weird and kind of just awful routing. A lot of back and forth for 1 or 2 checks in one location, back into another. What were your thoughts at the end of the seed, making all those checks before Pyramid Fairy?
I, for whatever reason, like, I had it correctly marked on my tracker, but I, like, had it in my brain that Meyer was the other good crystal, and so I was like, okay, we got this many checks left, and I was just doing them off, taking them off my list, and then, it came down to Pod, Big Key Chest, Thieves Town Big Chest, and a Hera Basement, and I was like, alright, well, all 3 of these suck. So let's just do them all, I guess. And then as I entered Hera, I was like, oh my god, I forgot about Pyramid Fairy. And then I just laughed. So my whole way through GT, I was like, there's no way I'm winning this. Like, why isn't GFE done yet? And then, God, What an absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah, GFE was very aggressive with overall checks in the seed, and for the most part, it really didn't pay off that much. And in the end, it was just a matter of leaving that, never actually going into swamp until on the big key hunt.
Yeah, I figured there was a possibility that could happen, but like, I guess from my how it happened for me was like going up to the mountain again, to like have 3 logical checks in Hera and Mimic Cave because I didn't have Samaria yet, or I guess there was also Spike Cave and one more thing in Agatower, but like going all the way up the mountain to like get nothing over like swamp, it was basically like a 50-50, and then you had like Smith Chain as like a side pot, or whatever. So I was just like, I don't want to go up the mountain again. So at that point, like, I felt like swamp was the best play. But like, I don't know, it was so like everything was so awkward in this seed. Awful.
Yeah, it's rare. Well, actually, I'll take that back. Having something of progression in just about every Pendant dungeon is was not fun. Probably chat probably enjoyed it, but just these item locations in general for everything, just and throwing Inverted on top of that. But we do have GFE getting ready to finish up Ganon. We'll get him in here when he is done. I believe
I'm a little careful with some magic usage here.
Yeah, I believe GFE has one more shot. Yeah, there it is.
Get those GGs in chat for 4th place finisher overall. GFE about to cross this bridge and finish this race out. Big GGs to him.
GFE finishing with the official race time.gg time of 1 hour 56 minutes and 14 seconds. And GFE, GG.
Oh man, thanks for the GGs. GGs, Andy. Congrats on the 3rd.
GG.
Glad your chat had a chance to patch up your plot armor after your last match. Oh wow! Can we just shout out the hammer logic in this seed, please?
We may have been talking about it during the entire broadcast of how much Hammer was talking in the seed.
Oh man, like when I got the last pod small on Fiddy, my brain just exploded, so I don't know. It's I'm thrilled with how this tournament went overall, but it's hard to feel good about losing the last 4 in a row. And the way this one ended was just, I don't know, it was a pretty painful ending there.
Yeah, it's gotta be proud though of finishing in the top 4 in the tournament of this many quality wins. Even though it is rough to go out 0-2, can't have any shame at all of how you've done throughout this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it overall. I will say about my early game in this one, I kind of forgot I had a pod small. So in my mind, there was only 1 check in pod, so I was like, let's do bunny walking nonsense. So when I realized I had the pod small, that felt bad.
See, we're talking about that you were making just some gutsy calls there, so we're going to redact everything you just said, but yeah, understandable. But some of those early plays that you made did lead to very good early items, like having that early mirror, having that early mitts, you got those way before Andy did. But
Yeah, I mean, the early mirror felt good. It did make me a little stupid for a minute because I went straight to the mountain, which I really shouldn't have. I should have gone and done Kakariko stuff first. But it did get me the Skullwoods Big Key, so I didn't end up missing out on Thieves Town Big because that was a possibility.
I did the same thing.
I am very sad that apparently my brain just totally threw Dark Cross out the window, and that just happened to be where the last sword was. So that was fantastic going through the whole seat on Mastery.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but did make it through.
Mind
Anything
if I
else?
step in? Mind if I step in for just a moment? GFE,
Yeah,
I just definitely want to say something. I know you're a little bit unhappy about losing your last 4, but I definitely want to congratulate you on your 4th place finish. 4th place out of over 300 people who took part in the qualifiers early on. I know the 4-game losing streak stings, but definitely want to give you congratulations on getting as far as you did, and congratulations on 4th place.
Oh yeah, much appreciated, man. Like I said, it feels bad to lose the last 4, but there's no shame in it. I mean, Schultzer and Andy, like, that's cream of the crop. I'm just glad I got to face Andy because, like we said yesterday, pretty sure even in ladder we've never faced a 1v1 before, so it was a lot of fun. And I mean, if GT Big Key is where it should have been, which was in GT, and then this goes a little differently. Actually, I had done a practice seed of inverted keys before our first match, and in that one, my go mode was GT Big Key, and it was in Tower in GT. So I was kind of hoping I'd have a repeat at least.
So yeah, definitely GG's to you. I echo the sentiments about facing off against Andy. One of my memories still is the fact that I faced Andy back in the 2018 tournament, and even though I lost to him 2-0, it was still a highlight of mine. But turning over to Andy, on behalf of the Link to the Past randomizer admins, we do want to congratulate you on your bronze finish. Congratulations on that, and best wishes to you in the upcoming tournaments.
Thank you.
And with that, do want to remind everyone that we have the finals coming up tomorrow and Friday. Check the schedule for more information. And with that, I'll toss it back to James and Mocha Jones. Great job on the commentary.
Thank you, Rick.
Also want to give a big shout out to our tracker today, Drossi. One of SpeedGaming's finest, helping us out. I guess we've done everything, but yeah, that is it for the 3rd place match.
Let me
winner in 80.
Let me step in real quick. I'd be amiss if I didn't, here in the last match, thank all those who put this tournament on. Big thanks to all the admins, especially my boy Sabo. Always good to have him kind of there. I tried to channel the Sabo Tinder energy here against Andy. It didn't quite work out, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the variety of modes this tournament a lot. I'm very thankful to our tracker Drossi for being nice and rolling me in inverted keys so I could at least have fun in this last match, even though he rolled a complete garbage seed, which is what I expected. But yeah, thanks to everyone. It's been a ton of fun, and looking forward to getting one tournament off of my plate.
Andy, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah, thank you guys for commentating, and it's been a really fun tournament, even if this last seed was pretty bad. My last 2 inverted keys were both in the 120s, so this one was quite a different experience. Yeah, thanks for comment track, and thanks to all the admins, and yeah, I'm glad to also not have this tournament on my weekly schedule anymore.
thank y'all for being in this. GG again to both of y'all. Third and fourth place out of, as Rick said, over 300 participated in qualifiers. We thank you. Give our runners a follow. Again, Andy and GFE _12. Please give them a follow. They do amazing things on their own channels. Thank you to James FNX for manning the desk next to me. Drosy for those that sweet tracking, keeping us on track. And if you're not already following this channel and all the Speed Gaming family of channels, go follow Speed Gaming and then Speed Gaming 2 through 6. If you want to, and as Rick said earlier, we do have the finals matches, and that is with Obscure Life Form and I just lost it.
Obscure Life Form or Schulzer.
Yeah,
so tomorrow afternoon, 2:40 Eastern, 11:40 Pacific, and in the evening for some ones. I believe that's 3 CEST. So that's game 1, game 2 on Friday. Game 3, if needed, will be sometime this weekend. And before we head out of here, I'd also like to say I give the Speed Gaming team a big shout out for giving me the opportunity to commentate all across this tournament in the semifinals and finals. Look, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you next tournament.
all right.